Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the brand Camuto. Camuto is a United States of American brand from New York. They've been around for I think around 20 years or so, and they have quite a few perfume in their lineup. I unboxed and reviewed at least a couple of their fragrances before, and for the price they were very impressive. So this one, I think altogether in their portfolio they have around maybe 20 perfumes, both for ladies and men, so they don't have that many, but some of them are really good and very impressive. So this one in particular is called Camuto Smoked Oud EDT 100ml. Came out in 2017, but unfortunately it has been discontinued, so it's getting harder and harder to find. Still you can find it here and there if you do your research. If you are interested, Google it, see if it comes up in your country and how much it goes for. It retailed for £120 when it came out, but later on, 2017, after let's say a year or two later, it went very very reasonably priced. You could find it easily under £50. So I paid under £50 for this for this perfume, and let's see how it goes. But before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. Amazing value for money, they smell great, and they could be hidden gems. Sorry about the noise. When you do unboxing you can't do anything about it. Let's see how it goes. So let's see. Come on, Camuto, don't let me down. Alright, so as always with the brand Camuto, their packaging is very nice. So very nice quite texture to it, nice looking dark box with red hue to it and black and red. It says Camuto Eau de it says EDT. Wow. Okay, it says EDT. And at the back we have information about the perfume, and it says Camuto made in, I can't see it, it's very dark. Anyway, so the information everywhere, Camuto, very nice packaging as always with brand Camuto. And let's see the bottle, and look at this, the bottle is gorgeous. Very good looking bottle, very heavy bottle. This one is like a leatherette effect on top of it, very thick, very dense, and very good feeling. It feels nice, it feels very high-end and expensive. And the plaque is plastic, but it's very nicely done. It says Camuto Smoked Oud. The cap is on the top we have here Camuto logo again, and the cap itself is very heavy. It's a combination of metal and plastic, and it's about like 60-70 gram of heavy metal in here. Very nice cap, and atomizer is red and very modern. And here we go, very good atomizer. So almost going to the realm of pressurized, but it's not pressurized. So very good so far. Everything about this perfume shouts quality. So here we go, first impression for Camuto Smoked Oud. Wow. What a gorgeous fragrance. So first thing it hits me is the rose. So a massive rose in here, And the rose in here is a combination of few roses. Wow. Yeah, layers of roses in here. So I'm smelling like a red rose, and also a white rose, and also yellow rose. You know, it's like a combination of few roses in here. Wow. So I'm smelling some Turkish rose and some Bulgarian rose. So as I said, it's a combination of few roses in here. But yeah, first thing first is the rose. So rose and more rose. So you need to like your rose perfume to enjoy this. Although this one is targeted for, I think targeted for men, but to my nose is very, very unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem. Wow, what a combo. So the first thing, after the rose, the next thing that hits me is the smoothness of it. So it's very smooth, it's very rounded, it's very well blended, it's very well put together. The people who put this perfume together, they have a knowledge of how to do perfume, because you can smell knowledge, you can smell know-how, you can smell experience in this beautiful perfume. After the rose is the amber. The amber in here is quite deep and dense, and it's quite dark. Overall, this perfume I classify it as a semi-fresh to semi-dark. So it's not too dark, it's on the medium side of darkness. And also I classify this perfume as oriental floral woody, because it's very, very oriental smell to it. So it's very Middle Eastern smell to it. It's very Eastern philosophy of perfumery in here. What a gorgeous perfume, absolutely beautiful. So you need to like your rose, otherwise it will put you off. If you're not a big fan of rose, stay away. But if you like a very well done beautiful rose, mamma mia, what a gorgeous fragrance. I'm smelling a little bit of jamminess in here. Yeah, a little bit of jammy, fruity, like a berry like smell to it. And also in the base is very woody. But right now, I'm not smelling oud per se. I'm smelling some woods which are quite clean. So I'm smelling sandalwood, maybe even cedar. But where is the oud? I can't smell oud, at least for the first impression. It's got a spicy hint to it, but not too much. Again, everything in here is done very well. It's done very balancing work. So it's nothing too much, nothing too little, nothing stands out, nothing is taken over. Very well blended. But the biggest player right now, rose and more rose. Hint of incense in here, not too much. It's a hint of incense to give it a little bit of smokiness. So the name smoke is a little bit appropriate here, although it's not too much on the smokiness. Rather than being smoky, it is on the moderate side. So I would say 0 to 10, 10 being the smokiest perfume, which is Amouage by Interlude. This is around 5 and 6. So moderately smoky, moderately incensey, not too much. It doesn't take over, it doesn't become too heavy on the smoke. But what a gorgeous fragrance. I'm smelling something like a plum in here. I'm not sure these are plum. So it's a plum-like smell, fruitiness, which is quite dark, and it's stone fruity smell to it. Plus I'm smelling definitely something like what was it, a hint of booziness in here. Yeah, just a tiny bit of booziness, and also a little bit of greenness. So it's quite green, it's quite camphorous, a little bit of balsamicness in here. Everything in here is moderate, so nothing too much, nothing is taking over. Apart from the rose, rose is by far the biggest player right now. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown on Fragrantica. This is according to Fragrantica. So we have on top we have rose, smoke, juniper berries, and davana. And in the mid we have more rose, incense, and spices. And in the base we have amber, agarwood, and tonka bean. Tonka bean, yes, I'm smelling definitely a big tonka bean in here. So it's a tonka bean which is quite creamy, is a little bit nutty, is earthy, is a hint of darkness in here. That tonka bean is very apparent. But oud, so far not to be seen, or not to be felt, or not to be smelt. So it could be that in the dry down it gets a little bit woodier, but definitely woody, but not woody, at least to my nose, my experience, my taste. The amber in here is quite deep and resinous amber, so it is a deep resinous, sticky, gooey, sweet amber. In terms of sweetness, from 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest, this is around 5 to 6, maybe a little bit more, maybe 7. So again, on the moderate side, maybe a little bit more than moderate in terms of sweetness, but it's ample enough to give everything else well balanced, balancing act. Yeah, around 6 to 7, I would say, the sweetness, at least for first impression. The spices are in here are definitely some. I'm smelling something like a nutmeg, a cinnamon combination, just a hint, not too much. Just a hint of cinnamon nutmeg combination, maybe a little bit of saffron in here as well. Yeah, a little bit of saffron. So saffron, cinnamon and nutmeg combination to give it that the spiciness. But again, it's not very, very spicy. It doesn't take over. It's not like in your face spicy, but there's a hint of it in there. Incense, as I said, on the moderate side, again, a little bit of smokiness coming from that incense. Rose by far is the biggest player. Rose or more rose, at least for the first impression. Juniper berry, giving it that little bit of green, boozy aspect, plus a little bit of camphousness, little bit of that grassy, green, woody feel to it as well. And Devana in here is mainly a supportive role. It's not big. It's in the background mainly, and it's supporting the rose and making the rose shine on top. It's very, very rosy. So overall, if you like what I described, Mamma Mia, what a beautiful perfume, especially for a price. The only thing is with House of or the brand Vince Camuto, in terms of longevity, their perfumes are hit and miss. So sometimes they are very good, sometimes they are not very good. So let's see how it goes in terms of longevity and performance. If the longevity is anything good, Mamma Mia, we have a huge hidden gem on our hand. As I said, unfortunately this one being discontinued. So if you are interested and you find it somewhere for a good price, go for it, because it's going to get harder and harder to find. So let's give you another. Oh, by the way, there is a perfume I mentioned for it, which is Steve Di Mercado. Steve Di Mercado, I never heard of him, so he must be up and coming perfumer, but he's done a perfect job in here. Absolutely gorgeous. He deserves a medal for such a beautiful perfume. Let's go to the basically the short story of what I get in this perfume. Amber is a big amber in here, quite deep, dense, resinous, sticky, sweet, ambery feel to it. Smoke is on the moderate side, not too much, but it is noticeable. So it is on the moderate side of smokiness, which is coming from mainly that incense. The rose is by far the biggest player, at least for the first impression, which is rose and more rose, and it's a combination of few rose. I'm smelling some Turkish rose, which is a little bit jammy. I'm smelling Bulgarian rose, which is on the bright and light side of rose, and also it's like a combination of few colored rose, like a red, yellow, white, and all these combination of different roses to making it very, very rosy. Overall, it doesn't give it a feminine touch, but it is big on the rose. Okay, so I would say this is bang in the middle, unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem, but big rose. Spicy, yes, I'm smelling saffron, I'm smelling a little bit of nutmeg and a little bit of cinnamon in here to give it the complexity of spiciness, but again on the moderate side, and quite aromatic, which is mainly coming from that juniper berry, giving it aromaticness, giving it greenness, giving it a little bit of booziness as well. And it's very, very woody in the base, but at the moment, for the first impression, I cannot smell any oud. I'm smelling a combination of cedar sandalwood rather than oud, but it could be that later on it will develop and it gets more woodier or oudier later on. Hint of balsamicness, hint of camphousness in here as well, and a little bit on the fresh spicy side as well, but mainly on the spices are on the deep and dense spices rather than fresh spices. So if you like what I described, this is an absolute gorgeousness. For that opening, I'll give it 10 out of 10. Just very smooth, very rounded, very well blended, very well put together. This is smells like 200 pounds plus easy. Is that good? But as I said, this has been discontinued unfortunately. But if you find it and you find it for a good price and you like this kind of perfumes, this is one of the best out there for a price. You cannot beat it in that term. So for the first impression, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Yes, 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 I'm loving it. At least for my age, for my taste, for my experience, this is a beauty in a bottle. It's an absolute hidden gems. But let's see how is the performance. If the performance is anything good, then this is a absolute banger. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you have anything else from the house of Vince Camuto, let us know your experience. What do you think of their perfumes? Are they any good? Are they not good? Are they worth the money or not? All these good things. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of. That makes them very, very big, bold, very long lasting, very artistic, very unique. And they are like time capsule. They take you different places, different time, and they are absolutely mesmerizingly beautiful. Thank you as always for watching. Thank you for your support and love. And don't forget to hit those buttons as well, please. And I see you later. Bye, bye, bye.